everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, I am going to be talking about some brands that are currently on my radar. So what I mean by that is basically these are brands that just really excite me. Maybe, I've purchased quite a bit from them and I really enjoy the products that I have purchased from them. Therefore, I'm looking forward to what they come out with in the future. These are brands that maybe I haven't tried things from yet, but overall the aesthetic of the brand or maybe some of the current products that they have on their line look very intriguing and maybe something that I would purchase. So these are also brands that I've really been into lately, that I really am just looking forward to seeing what they come out with. And let's just go ahead and get into it. Right now I only have about 7, but of course as I'm going through the video, if I think of any others, I will definitely let you know about them. So the first one is Natasha Denona. So I think you guys probably guessed this one. I am such a fan of Natasha Denona. I think that her quality is so great. Of course, she does come with a heftier price tag, but her quality is so amazing that I really don't mind paying that price. Of course, it's something that I kind of have to make sure that I'm like either saving for or budgeting for, especially with like her eyeshadow palettes and everything. But I am really looking forward to what she's going to be coming out with. I'm hoping that she comes out with more of her $65 midi size palettes because those are really popular. And honestly, that's what I'm super into from her. Also, she has really great complexion products when it comes to her cream products, her highlighters, all of her face palettes, things like that. Her lip products are also really good, but I'm not super into trying out new lip formulas right now. I've purchased some newer lipsticks, but I feel like I'm really trying to be very selective about what I bring in that lip category. So Natasha Denona is definitely something, or is definitely a brand that I'm really into at the moment. And the brand is just currently on my radar, like 100%. The next brand is Rare Beauty. I feel like I've said this before. I don't know what it is about Rare Beauty, but I am just obsessed with the brand, honestly. And I feel like such a beauty YouTuber saying that, but honestly, I don't know what it is, but I am just so intrigued by this brand, Rare Beauty. I am thoroughly impressed with quite a bit of products from the line. I did purchase her liquid blush as well as her cream blush. So the liquid blush is one that she originally came out with whenever she started her makeup brand, but then the cream blush is actually one that she came out with earlier this year. And I'm enjoying both of them. I'm definitely trying to figure out how I feel about the cream blush more so, but I love her liquid highlighter. I love her lip souffles. I have her like dewy lip balm. That's not necessarily my favorite, but I still like it. I also have the primer that I purchased from her line, and I'm still trying to get used to that one. But for some reason, I don't know if it's the way that her products are packaged or if it's just the way that she comes out with her newer releases. They seem very thoughtful and just well-timed and very trendy, that I'm just super into the brand, and I'm really looking forward to what the brand is going to offer us for the remainder of this year and also just for years to come. I'm really interested and intrigued by this brand. The next brand, of course, is e.l.f. I feel like I'm very like back and forth about e.l.f. First off, I feel like they're becoming a brand that is very, it's just getting a lot of hype, and they have great products, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it just gets a little bit redundant and a little bit annoying just hearing about e.l.f. and e.l.f. all the time. I will say though that they make really great products and they are still within that pretty affordable price range. Of course, with their newer CC cream that they came out with at $14, that I do think is a little bit too expensive for e.l.f. because e.l.f. has never really been a brand that has charged that much. I know that their quality is really getting up there, but the packaging of that CC cream, in my opinion, is nothing like revolutionary. I don't think they should have charged more for the packaging, so I'm not quite sure why they upped it to $14. But regardless, they do have really great quality products, and they still are, remotely more affordable than, let's say L'Oreal or Revlon, like those priced those drugstore brands and their prices. So e.l.f., I'm really just, looking forward to what they're coming out with. So far, I haven't really been into a lot of their newer releases. I wasn't really into the Chipotle collaboration. I'm not a really big fan of Chipotle. I can get better like Tex-Mex food here in San Antonio. I don't need to spend a Chipotle price to get good food. That was really rude, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. Like, it is what it is. I don't understand the obsession with Chipotle. But anyways, I wasn't really into that collaboration. And then they collabed with, I don't know her name. I believe it's Jen something, who I want to say is the founder of Whey hair products. I don't know. But again, something I'm not really into. I don't really understand that collaboration either. I feel like it's maybe two companies that just want to profit. I don't know. I just don't really like any of the newer things that they've come out with. But I did purchase one of their putty blushes, and I have only used it once, but I do enjoy it so far. And then there's like a lip balm that I love from them. Like they're still coming out with good products. Like they really are. And I feel like they're very trendy right now. And so I am looking into them still. I'm still very intrigued by them, but I'm just being a little bit more picky and mindful about what I bring in from that brand, just because I do see their prices raising a little bit, and because some things I do think are just simply overhyped, but I think they're doing great things for sure. The next brand is Tower 28, and this is a brand that's like, I feel like Tower 28 just came out of nowhere. I feel like they came from left field completely. Nobody even knew about them, and then all of a sudden they were just everywhere and people were loving them. You could find them at Sephora. I personally love their cream blush, and I love their Tower 28 Save Our Skin, like the SOS spray. Love that. I really do feel like it makes a difference in my skin. I don't know if it actually does things over time for my skin, but I will say instantaneously, I feel relief on my skin. I feel just a sense of hydration, a sense of calm, and also a lot of soothing that goes on my skin whenever I use that SOS spray. So I really love it. I do wish it was cheaper though, to be honest, because I go through it like literal water. But still, Tower 28, they have really great products. I purchased their cream bronzer during the Sephora VIB sale, and so I'm testing that out. I already love the cream blush. I love their lip glosses, and they're just a brand that's super cute and I'm super into, and again, I'm really looking forward to their future releases. Another brand, which actually again kind of came from left field, not necessarily the brand itself, but just kind of like their comeback, and that's Wet n Wild. I never thought the day would come that I would say that Wet n Wild's on my radar, because within the past year or so, they've really just kind of like flattened, like they just, I don't know, like they've really come to a point where like they just weren't doing very well. And now I feel like they're kind of trendy again. Like a lot of people are talking about their new primers. I bought the tinted hydrator from them and I do like it. I think it's really good. It's still really affordable. I think that's the thing that's so great about Wet n Wild, is they still stick to their really affordable price tag. They came out with that new tinted moisturizer or tinted hydrator and it's like $5, and e.l.f.'s is $14. So they still have e.l.f. beat when it comes to those prices. And then their really cute SpongeBob collection. I mean, come on. And I did purchase it, by the way. I purchased it from from Ulta's website. That was something that I was really trying to find at Walmart and I could not find it. I think I went to like 3 or 4 different Walmarts and couldn't find it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until Trend Mood like put on her Instagram that it's gonna be coming to Ulta's site, and that's what I did. So I ordered it right away. I ordered like the palette, a few sponges, the brushes, the highlighter, and I'm really excited. I will say the SpongeBob eyeshadow palette is like $15, which is a lot, but luckily I was able to use like my $3.50 off coupon from Ulta, and I'm really hopeful that the quality is going to be really great. But I do think that that $14 price tag probably had to be because of the really nice packaging. The packaging has SpongeBob on it, it's blue on the back, like it's really cute. And honestly, the e.l.f. 18 pan palettes are also $14, but at least the Wet n Wild one has more with it as far as like characters on it and things like that. But still, Wet n Wild, I'm looking forward to what they're going to come out with, because I think their newer releases from 2021 have been great. And then also this SpongeBob collaboration is super cute, and it seems like it's getting pretty good reviews as well. So I'm looking forward to what they have to offer for the rest of this year. The next brand is Patrick Ta. So I actually bought the contour duo, the cream contour duo that he just came out with, and I bought the lightest shade. I will say I don't think it's working out for me. I may need to get the medium shade, but honestly, I am really into the brands. That's the only products that I have so far from Patrick Ta, but I actually want to purchase this She Soleil blush duo, but I want to purchase it whenever it gets closer to the fall season, because I feel like that's going to be a shade that I really enjoy during that time of the year. So I'm going to try to purchase that blush duo at that point, but I'm really into the brand. I think that he gets really great reviews. I think the brand overall gets really great reviews, and a lot of people have holy grail products from the line. So I'm looking into it. It's definitely a brand that is on my radar. I'm gonna, be looking out for their newer releases. So far, the only thing are really just these duos that I'm interested in, but I'm still really excited to see what he comes out with, because of the fact that these duos of his are so popular. So I will see what that brand has to offer. And then the final brand, I didn't really know if I should put this or the Patrick Ta brand on here, but it is what it is. But I put the brand Say. So Say is a newer brand that launched at Sephora, and they seem like a really cute brand. They really remind me of a mixture between like Rare Beauty and Tower 28. Tower 28 and like the simplicity, but then Rare Beauty and like the packaging and the vibe overall. I really am interested in their liquid blushes. I decided not to go ahead and get one this time around, just because I brought in quite a bit of liquid blush and cream blush right now this month. So I'm gonna maybe just see how I feel once I get to like the summer months and maybe going into the fall season to see if I want to purchase one. But I think the brand is super cute, and the aesthetic of the brand overall is super cute, and so they're kind of on my radar. I'm looking forward to see what they're going to come out with in the future. And then since I'm here, and I was going to talk about it, but I wasn't sure, the brand Denali Myricks. Denali Myricks is actually a brand that was on its own, right? So it was like an indie brand, I guess. And now it's actually in Sephora. And I think that's so exciting, because I've heard great things about the brand's products, about her products. And I'm really into maybe like one of the color fixes. I follow Boys Beauty. I believe her name is Danielle on Instagram, and she recently purchased one of the color fixes in the shade Nebula, and she said that she showed, right, that she put it on her lid, and oh my gosh, her lid just looked mesmerizing. Honestly, her eyeshadow looked stunning, and I'm just super infatuated by that product. I would have purchased it right now during the sale, but it is currently out of stock. So I'm just gonna wait. I don't wanna settle for a different color, because that's probably the one that I will purchase because of just how well it looked on her lids. So I really am looking forward to trying out one of those in the future. I've heard great things about the cream bronzer from her line as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Those are all of the brands. I guess that's 8, as in since I just added Denali Myricks, but I hope this was enjoyable for you. These are just brands that are on my radar. I think these brands are doing the most. I think they're doing great, and they're amazing as far as like what they're coming out with, their launches, what's part of their line. I am just really looking forward to all of these brands, and they are just brands that constantly intrigue me with their newer releases. So please go ahead and let me know in the comments, what brands are intriguing you right now? What brands are ones that you are like religiously following? Maybe you have a lot of great products from the line, and you're just really curious to see what else they're going to come out with. I would love to hear from you guys. Also, if you did enjoy, please do like this video, and I really hope that you will subscribe. I would love to have you here. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram as well. My Instagram is always linked in my description box, but I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye!